react.
Stop for a moment and think about this. You listen to English videos. You watch movies. You understand almost everything. But when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. English suddenly feels heavy, slow, uncomfortable. If this happens to you, you are not bad at English, and you are not alone. This happens because understanding English and producing English are two completely different skills. Your brain is very good at recognizing language. Listening is passive. Speaking is active. When you listen, your brain relaxes. When you speak, your brain must decide, choose, and react, all at the same time. That's why English sounds easy, but feels hard to speak. Most learners train only one side. They listen, they read, they watch, but they rarely force their brain to create English. So your brain becomes a good listener, not a speaker. Now listen carefully, because this part is important. When you try to speak, your brain does something dangerous. It looks for safety. It goes back to your native language first. It checks grammar. It searches for perfect words. And while this is happening, the moment is gone. This is why you freeze. Fluency is not about knowing more words. It's about responding without permission from your brain. Children don't ask their brain if a sentence is correct. They speak first, they fix later. Adults do the opposite, and that's the problem. Another reason English feels hard is pressure. When you listen, no one is watching you. No one is waiting. But when you speak, you feel judged, even when you are alone. Your brain treats speaking English like a test, and tests create fear. Fear slows everything. Now, let me tell you something most learners never hear. Your brain cannot learn fluency in silence. Thinking in English silently feels productive, but it keeps translation alive. Sound is what breaks the barrier. If English stays in your head, it stays weak. That's why you must hear your own voice, even a whisper, even one word. This is also why English feels easier at night or alone. Less pressure, less judgment, more flow. So how do we fix this? Not by studying more, not by memorizing. We fix it by changing how your brain reacts to English. First, you must allow wrong English. Wrong English spoken fast is better than perfect English stuck in your head. Second, you must speak in small pieces, not full sentences, not long thoughts, just meaning. I'm tired, need coffee, going out. This trains speed, and speed creates fluency. Third, you must stop waiting to feel ready. Fluent speakers don't feel ready. They respond anyway. Confidence comes after speaking, not before. If English sounds easy but feels hard, that means you are close. Your understanding is already there. Now your brain needs training, not knowledge. Now I want you to try something with me. Don't think, just follow. Right now, say this out loud or quietly to yourself. I am here. Say it. Good. Notice how easy that felt. You didn't translate. You didn't check grammar. You didn't panic, because your brain already knows this sentence. The problem is not English. The problem starts when your brain feels choice pressure. So we remove choice. Here's the exercise that changes everything. I'll call it forced reaction speaking. I will give you a situation. You say the first English that comes, even if it's simple, even if it's wrong. Ready? Situation 1. You just woke up. Speak. Good. Situation 2. You're late. Speak. Situation 3. You're hungry. Speak. Notice something important. Your English didn't disappear. It showed up when there was no time to think. That's the key. English feels hard only when you give your brain time to interfere. Fluency lives in speed. Now let me explain why this works. Your brain has two modes, thinking mode and reacting mode. Most learners stay stuck in thinking mode forever, but speaking happens only in reacting mode. You cannot think your way into fluency. You must react your way into it. This is why English feels easy when you repeat after someone, but hard when you create your own sentence. Repetition is safe. Creation feels risky. So we make creation safe by making it small. One idea, one reaction, no correction. This is also why long sentences block you. Your brain tries to manage too much at once. So from now on, you do this. Think less, react more, speak shorter, and one more important rule. Never judge your English while speaking. Judgment belongs after practice, not during. If you judge while speaking, you interrupt the flow. And flow is everything. That's how English starts to feel light, not perfect, not polished, but free. Now let's turn this into a real habit, not just a nice idea, because understanding this once is not enough. Your brain changes only with daily signals. Here is the 5-minute habit that makes English stop feeling heavy. You can do this anywhere. No notebook, no app, no partner. Step 1. Remove pressure. Before you speak, say one sentence to yourself. I'm not performing, I'm training. Say it. This tells your brain there is no danger, no test, no judgment. Step 2. Speak in reactions, not explanations. Look around you and react, not with full sentences, just meaning. For example, phone ringing, too loud, need water, thinking too much. Say them quietly. This is powerful because your brain stops searching for perfect English and starts using English as a tool. That's when English becomes easy. Step 3. Repeat, don't correct. If something comes out wrong, don't fix it immediately. Say it again the same way. Why? Because correction activates thinking mode again. Fluency first, accuracy later. This is exactly how your native language was built, through repetition, not correction. Now let me say something very important. English does not feel hard because you lack ability. It feels hard because your brain is overprotecting you. Every pause, every translation, every hesitation is your brain saying, wait, be safe. But safety kills fluency. So we gently teach the brain that English is not dangerous. One reaction at a time. That's why people suddenly feel fluent when they are emotional, angry, excited, or relaxed. Emotion forces reaction. Reaction kills translation. You don't need more confidence. You need more reactive moments. And those moments can be trained. If English sounds easy but feels hard to speak, it means you're standing at the door. Most learners turn back here. You won't, because now you know what's actually happening. Good, stay with me. Now we'll do the final speak with me practice. This will connect everything you've learned. No pressure, no perfection, just reaction. Take a breath. Now, answer quickly. What are you doing right now? Speak. Good. What do you hear? Speak. What will you do after this? Speak. Notice what happened. You didn't translate. You didn't search. You reacted. That feeling, light, simple, natural, that's what English is supposed to feel like. English only feels hard when you try to control it. When you let it moves. Now remember this. Understanding English means your brain already knows the language. Speaking English means your brain needs permission to use it. Today, you gave it that permission. If English has always sounded easy but felt hard to speak, this is your proof that nothing is wrong with you. You don't need more rules. You don't need more grammar. You need more moments like this. Small, fast, honest. If you practice reacting in English for just a few minutes every day, speaking will stop feeling scary. It will start feeling normal. And one day, you'll realize something important. English didn't become easier. You became freer. If this practice helped you, even a little, stay with me. This is FluentEcho English, where we train the brain, not just the language. I'm Alex, and remember, don't translate, react.